Through these vibrational expressions, in the form of crests and troughs, human beings are advancing. This unending flow of supreme cognition is called rasa, or flow, in the scriptures. Here Paramapurusha is described as rasa vai saha. He is flow personified. Regarding human beings, it has been said that they are rational animals, but I do not subscribe to this view. In my opinion, human existence is an ideological flow. It can never be compared to the existence of an animal. This eternal movement of the microcosms around Paramapurusha is called Rasa Lila. Human beings usually do not realize the real significance of this Rasa Lila. They can never go beyond this vast cognitive flow. It may be that the distance of human beings from the nucleus may increase, but they cannot go outside of their orbits around him. For after all, what is outside or beyond him? Take for instance the case of a so-called sinner. Paramapurusha may scold him, but he can never say, "Get out, I don't want to see your face," because as there is nothing beyond his cognitive flow, then where will that confirmed sinner go? And in that case, if that sinner asks him, "O Lord, can you tell me where I can go?" then Paramapurusha will certainly have to remain silent, because if there is any place beyond or outside of Paramapurusha, then certainly he is not infinite, he is finite. Sarvajiva sarvasamste brihante tasmin hamsho brahmyate brahmashakre prita gatmanam preritarancha matva yustashta shtenamritatvameti. So the Brahma Chakra, or cosmological system, is just like the solar system, or the Earth's planetary system, and hence not only human beings, but also trees and plants are moving around this cosmic nucleus. And thus in the process of movement, when the radius decreases to some extent, the microcosms are elevated from the world of plants to the world of animals. And when the radius decreases still further, they are elevated to the status of human life. And when the radius decreases still further, the humans become more developed, they become Mahapurushas, and when the distance is completely obliterated, then they become one with Paramapurusha. Brahmavid Brahmaeva Bhavati, the devotee and the Lord becomes one. If someone, even after attaining a human form, forgets Paramapurusha and keeps moving with eyes closed, in that case the radius will certainly increase, and such a person will be degraded and gradually reborn as an animal, plant, etc. Hence the task of a sadhaka, or an intelligent person, is to reduce his or her radius, and this systematic endeavor to reduce the gap is called sadhana. This sadhana is mandatory for all, irrespective of whether or not one is young or old, man or woman. Just as there are various functions of the physical body, the mind also discharges two functions, thinking and memory. While thinking, if people remember that they have acquired this power of thinking from Paramapurusha, they will never suffer any mental degradation. Rather, they will be mentally elevated. Similarly, if they think that they have acquired the capacity of memory due to the grace of Paramapurusha, then this memory power will increase until finally they will be established in Dhruva Smriti, or constant remembrance of Paramapurusha. Pritagat manam preritarancha matva yustashta stayena amritatvameti. How long will this rotation around the nucleus continue? It will continue as long as human beings think. I and my Lord are two separate entities. Theoretically, it is said that Paramapurusha is the source of all actional flows. That is, he is the one who sends the microcosms onto this earth and then goads them into action. Thus, as long as microcosms have this feeling of separateness from their creator, they will keep on moving in orbit around the nucleus. Conversely, when they start thinking that I and my creator are one and all my actional flows emanate from him, that very moment the microcosms will merge their individualities into the supreme singularity, thus putting an end to their eternal movement around the nucleus. This is called the attainment of moksha in spiritual practice. Now the question arises, how will a microcosm become one with him? This science of becoming one with him will have to be learned from him. The problem is that the microcosms themselves cannot teach this science to other microcosms. They can only pray to the nucleus of this cosmological order. O Lord, I long to be one with you. Please reveal your inner secret, how to become one with you. The moment such an intense desire arises in the human mind, then Paramapurusha also cannot remain indifferent, because these microcosms who are moving around him, whether they are intelligent human beings or undeveloped animals and plants, they are all his creations, the different limbs of his vast macrocosmic body, and hence they are his nearest and dearest ones. And for the microcosms, he is the very life of all lives, the most favorite entity of human beings who are the crown of creation. Hence their mutual relation is one of extreme love and sweetness. The existential I feeling of human beings is the small I, and the I feeling of Paramapurusha is the great I. Thus, in every human being there are two I's, a microcosmic I and a macrocosmic I. The conflict among human beings is all due to this small I, but the great I is one for all. So the moment the microcosmic I is sincerely praised to know the inner secret of attaining the divine life, the macrocosmic I is bound to give inspiration to that prayer. Muktya Kanksha Sadguru Praptihi, that is, when the yearning for salvation becomes so intense, then Paramapurusha in the form of a guru is compelled to disclose the secret to the inquiring soul. Thus, in the Ananda Sutram it is said, Brahmaeva Gururekaha Naparaha. Brahma alone can give instruction for the attainment of self-knowledge. In the adoration of the Guru it has been said, Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Eva Parama Brahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. In the spiritual world, Paramapurusha will have to come down to those individuals who seek salvation in the form of a preceptor or guru. And when human beings receive the secret hints of spiritual practice from Paramapurusha, then they permanently establish themselves in the world of immortality. This is the blissful end of their prolonged journey towards the nucleus of the cosmological order, and they attain a supramundane stance beyond the scope of pleasure and pain. This very endeavor to attain this immortal stance is called Dharma sadhana in the spiritual world, and the attainment of the supreme rank at the feet of Paramapurusha is called moksha, or salvation. 22nd of February 1979 DMC in Bhopal.